alive and well, I'm wide awake. Won't take your brand, I'm not your slave. You serve your God, Lord of the flies. I pity you and you me mine. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes. Your bloody mouth unsatisfied. God sees the trap you set for me. He'll not be mocked, I will be free. We will not bend, we will not break. How dare you touch what God gave? We'll never give in, never give up, never back down, never surrender, never surrender. Your fear will not make me behave. I won't march in your masked parade. Your hollow threats won't shut me up. I won't bow down, enough's enough. You say you'll give us what we need, as if you own the air we breathe. Stand up 100 million strong. Thought we'd lie down, well you thought wrong. We will not bend, we will not break. How dare you touch what God gave? We'll never give in, never give up, never back down, never surrender, never surrender. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Just keep going, keep on going. Jesus with me every step. Just keep going, keep on going. Walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Just keep going, keep on going. Jesus closer than my breath. Just keep going, keep on going. We will not bend, we will not break. How dare you touch what God gave? We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. We'll never give in, never give up, never back down. Never surrender. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Just keep going, keep on going. Jesus with me every step. Just keep going, keep on going. Walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Just keep going, keep on going. Jesus closer than my breath. Just keep going, keep on going.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all so very much for joining me this evening. It is, I had to check again, even though I was just looking at it. It's Thursday, April 28th, 2022. My name is Jen. I appreciate all of you taking your time out of your day, out of your lives, and sharing your time with me. Tonight, I am joined by my friend, my amazing, awesome, wonderful, freedom-fighting friend, Jeremy. I'm going to bring him on to say hello to everybody.
Hello.
How are you this evening?
I'm pretty excited.
Pretty excited? I'm pretty excited.
Yeah,
so
I'm probably not going to be able to sleep.
Yeah, so Jeremy and I talked on the phone earlier this morning and tried to include me in on some things I can't share, some things we'll talk about a little bit, but I just was so excited that I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was like, what do I do? I made a video. I was like, I don't know. I'm going to do something. Made a little slideshow with some pictures. But we're going to talk about some things going on in Canada this weekend. I have a couple stories. We have, let's see, a reporter asked Biden if he was worried about the recession, and he's like, no, of course not. I don't worry about anything. And there's an article that came out in the news saying why we all should be worried about a recession. So I don't know if he's just not plugged in, not paying attention, or what, but we'll see. And then there were some articles that came out. Twitter announced their Q1 earnings. They announced their total users, And I made a post to my Facebook, and almost immediately someone commented and said, that's weird because that's not what they're reporting in the Canadian news. So I have two articles next to each other. One of them is from Timcast, which is a YouTuber, and he has his own website. He reports his own news, American-based. And then you have the Calgary Sun, which came out and said basically the opposite of what the American news reported about Twitter. We have a bunch of videos. We're going to talk a little bit about the Disinformation Governance Board, which is brand new. Biden just started it. Pretty interesting little topic for discussion there. We have a message from Putin that is warning anyone if they intervene with what's going on over in Ukraine, he will respond lightning fast. Not sure exactly what that means, but it's definitely a warning. And then Jeremy has a bunch of videos loaded in. Some things going on already in Ottawa. We have a message from somebody. What else do we have? I'm looking.
The WHO Constitution.
Oh, yeah.
The One World Order.
Yeah.
That they're publicly commercializing now. So
Yep.
for all your people on the fence calling you conspiracy theorists, they are literally making their own commercials at this point.
Yeah.
So
There was I saw another article too that I shared, and I forget where it was. I have it. I'll pull it up. But they basically said, like, oh, well, Putin's saying this and Russia's saying that, and there are all these conspiracy theories, but they're all true. They've all happened. They're all real, and they're still trying to spin this narrative and weave this web, and I don't know who's still falling for it, but I hope not too many people are, because it is just, it's gone.
Germany sent heavy munitions to Ukraine today. How ironic is that, considering World War II?
Biden just asked for another, like, $3 billion. It blows my mind. So you guys know the drill. If you've been here before, if you haven't, when you come in, please let us know where in the world you are watching us from. We love to hear. I know we've had viewers in, obviously, America and Canada, but we have reached as far as Australia and Scotland and the UK, so I love seeing where everybody is from. If you
Look at
guys...
that shadow ban, though.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's terrible.
We've reached... We've had videos live where we've reached 800, 1100, 1200, and then...
And like for like a week straight, too. Not just like one day.
And then all of a sudden, like, we'll get dropped. Like last night, we got dropped on Facebook. So if you guys do like to watch on Facebook, it's fine, but just make sure that you have a backup. We are live right now on Jeremy's YouTube. We're live right now on my Twitch. We're live on my Rumble and my DLive. I've never, knock on wood, had any problems with Twitch or Rumble. I don't think you've had any problems with YouTube. So just in case, yeah, I've been banned on YouTube. I'm unable to do anything on there until July. So.
Hey, Art's coming to Ottawa. Well, not this weekend, but
that's awesome.
We're gonna be convoying back.
We have Gail in North Carolina tonight. Dorothy is in Armstrong. Carrie is in Ontario, Canada. Eric is in Fort Worth. My neck is better. Thank you so much for asking, Carrie. I couldn't move. I was in so much pain last night. I felt like a robot. Much better today. Snapper says, howdy from Okotoks?
Okotoks, yeah.
Okotoks.
You got it right the first time you said it.
Yeah. Then I psyched myself out. Let's see. Laura's in Southern California. Who else? Sheboygan. Daphne. Sheboygan. One of my favorite words. Prince George, British Columbia. King Arthur. Bonnie is in Kirkland Lake. Sean is in Bardstown, Kentucky. If you guys know anyone else of like mind that would like to hear the news that is going on without really any bias, please tag them in this, share them, share this into other groups. We try to spread the message to as many people as possible. We don't have any, investors or do any marketing or advertising. We rely solely on organic growth.
Investors, that's funny.
Yeah, not yet anyway. No. Maybe someday. Let's see. Michael's in Gig Harbor, Washington. Carrie said, love the stash, Jeremy. You look amazing. Amazing.
I used to have this all the time, and I get rid of it because of the masks at the very start of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then, wasting my wax. The wax isn't cheap.
I hear ya. Nothing's cheap anymore. Speaking of that, so that's a great segue into this first topic that we have tonight. Let me put up my banner for Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. So I have this video here that we're going to listen to. I believe this is from earlier today. And Biden is asked a question by a reporter, and we'll listen to what he has to say. And then I have an article we're going to go over.
Given the GDP report today showed a contraction of 1.4% in the fourth quarter.
Well, I'm not concerned about a recession. And, I mean, you're always concerned about a recession, but the GDP, fell to 1.4%. But here's the deal: we're also had last quarter consumer spending and business investment and residential investment increased at significant rates, both for leisure as well as hard products. Number one. Number two, unemployment is the lowest rate since 1970.
All right, so he says those things like it's, a good thing. Oh, unemployment I can't even listen to him, honestly. He doesn't make any sense at all. No, I'm not worried at all. Well, that's interesting because Yahoo Finance came out with this article. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. U.S. GDP unexpectedly contracted at a 1.4, whoops, I don't know what's going on with my screens. There we go. At a 1.4% annualized rate in quarter one. Make this a little bit bigger so we can all read along here.
I was like, man, my eyes are good and I can't see.
No, I usually magnify it because I'm blind. See, so the U.S. economic activity unexpectedly, really? Is it really unexpected at this point? Look at what's happening. But unexpectedly, they say, contracted for the first time since the second quarter of 2022 in the first 3 months of Contracted for the first time since the second quarter of 2020 in the first 3 months of 2022 with lingering supply chain constraints, inflation, and disruptions amid Russia's war in Ukraine weighing on growth. They blame everything on Ukraine and Russia. Everything.
They need the Nazi support.
It's insane. The Bureau of Economic Analysis released its initial estimate of first quarter U.S. gross domestic product Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Here were the main metrics from the report compared to consensus data compiled by Bloomberg. Let's see. The GDP report serves, as usual, as a backwards-looking overview of economic activity, capturing the January through March period. However, the metric is still an important indicator of the state of the U.S. economy at the start of this year, especially as some pundits now brace for the possibility of a recession in the near to medium term. A recession is typically considered 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. That's really the only section I wanted to share with you guys because we just heard from Biden and he was asked by a reporter, are you concerned about a recession? He says, no, not at all. This article comes out and says all that you need to be considered in a recession is 2 quarters back to back. We just had one. What happening in the near future tells anyone we're going to be improving? In any way. Why would you not, if anything, especially if you're somebody who, as the president, should be aware of things that are going on in your country and abroad. We have a war in Ukraine, which they love to blame everything on. We have supply chain issues. You have all of these processing plants and warehouses that are just randomly catching on fire that make and store our food.
Just by coincidence.
What in your brain says no? Things are going to get better. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that at all.
Something. Sorry to cut you off.
You're fine.
I hope a lot of people realize that. Like, even if we do win this fight, life as we know it's still over. Like,
so
we have to do away with all this shit. We have to go back to scratch.
I was talking to my neighbor earlier today, and he knows a friend of his whose the family is farmers. I can't talk tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, they were saying to my friend, my neighbor, Make sure you're stocked up on food and water. Make sure that you're prepared, because if you think things are bad now, just wait until this summer, come June, July. Things are going to get so much worse because they are running out of the whatever it's not methane. It might be methane, but we get fertilizer from Ukraine. They were one of our top distributors, and we're not getting that anymore. So they don't have the fertilizer to feed the crops, to grow our food. And now the cost of diesel is skyrocketing, so it costs like $1,000 to fill a diesel tank, and that is responsible for moving everything from place to place. So not only are they not growing the food at the rate that they used to, or at the amount that they used to, because they don't have the fertilizer, it's more expensive now to transport it. So if we have prices that are high now, imagine what it's going to be like come June or July when they and wheat. Thank you, Daphne. And wheat, Ukraine. So nothing is improving anytime soon, and we have our president, who's supposed to be keeping us informed, saying, "Oh no, there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it."
Not to mention, as soon as those farmers go bankrupt, which they will, Bill Gates is going to buy it all up. And
Yep.
what's Bill Gates been pushing for he's been pushing it for a while, but he's really pushing it the last 2 weeks is all this synthetic food bullshit. We are going to be put on food rations within 2 months. And I hope everybody realizes that. There's no more talking about these things. We need to prepare.
I mean, technically they're already doing it, because if you go to a grocery store now and you want to buy, you don't have the freedom to buy as much of something as you want to. They limit you on, how many cases of water you can buy, how many boxes of rice you can buy. It depends on your area, it depends on your store. But I've seen it, and I shop at BJ's, and before I learned about all the plastics and everything, I was buying the 6-case gallon water. And they limit you to 6 of those. You couldn't buy any more than 6 of those. So it's already happening. People don't think it is. King Arthur said, "When any economy crashes, war is inevitable. This will be the biggest war ever, according to all our economies around the world."
Yeah, 100%.
I agree.
Jesse's coming up to the window.
I was like, what are you doing?
Hey!
Hey, Jesse.
I'm getting ready to do some paperwork, get all ready, so get everything done. I don't have to be back for a week.
Good. You excited?
Just in case. Just in case.
Just in case.
Yep.
You always know when you leave, you never know when you come back.
Yep.
That's my
Especially
motto.
for you guys.
Yeah.
It's not like a normal trip that people plan.
It is
No.
what it is.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a bit.
All right, so we talked about that a little bit last night. There is, what are you calling it? A gathering, rally?
There's Rolling Thunder, and then there's other things on the hill. I don't know. They're calling it Rolling Thunder. It's a biker rally, but we are not part of the biker rally.
Right.
We're just in there to support the biker rally.
You're just going to, you guys will be in Ottawa this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be speakers, I saw on the list of events. You guys are leaving, what, tomorrow morning?
Yeah, tomorrow morning we should be there at 2 p.m, and I will be throwing my bag in the hotel room, and I will be hitting the ground right away. I don't see myself spending much time out of that hotel room. And then there's a meeting at 6, well, not a meeting, there's a gathering at 6 p.m. at Parliament Hill, and then a march at 7 tomorrow night. Apparently it's ending at Poutine Fest, so we might get some poutine while we're at it.
Well, that's exciting. So there's already people that are starting to arrive in Ottawa, and we already have some videos and some images that are coming out of there, which are a little bothersome and a little frustrating. So if any of you were with us in February.
January and February.
Oh, I don't know. It was like one just long day.
It's not 3 months tomorrow.
But we had Jeremy walking around, and I live in Massachusetts. I was home behind my computer. And we had Jeremy walking around on the ground in Ottawa just getting live footage, sometimes for hours a day. and we watched the numbers grow on the weekends. Saturdays was ginormous. Friday night there was just people everywhere. It would take them a half an hour to walk like from the middle of the street to the sidewalk because you'd have to wait for a thing to open and follow people, and it was just incredible to see. There were signs everywhere, trucks everywhere. You know, you heard the honking for a while, then the honking stopped. Then it started back up again. We had the numbers would wane come like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it would be almost like a different feeling because
it was super eerie.
Yeah,
super eerie middle of the week. That's why I always did those 1 a.m. walks. It was super eerie.
Yep. So there was always somebody set up giving out food, and there were like barrels for fire, and some people just sat in their trucks the whole time and just hung out. And Daphne said, "Oh my goodness, I felt like I was there. What an emotional time." I know exactly how you feel. I mean, it was like you came to expect, you know, like the ketchup and mustard truck when you came around a certain corner. You came to remember like, yep, what streets were what different corners and where the shack was, and it was an experience that I'm grateful to have had. I know that this weekend won't be as big as that, but you guys are expecting a pretty large turnout.
Yeah, I really don't know what to expect. Like I do expect a lot of people. Personally, just from my social media, I know tens of thousands. Like I can see through other people's and other pages, like there's a lot of people going.
Yeah. Because that was something that was said in January and February repeatedly, like, oh, I wish it was warmer, I'd take my bike, I wish it was nicer, I wish there wasn't any snow, now is the time.
It's still pretty cold. It's like +2. I don't know what the conversion is on that, but it's not warm.
So we have the benefit of you going before and me learning the tools that I have now with streaming and having the website and everything. I've grown from that experience. You've grown from that experience. But on the downside, so has Ottawa Police, the city of Ottawa. They've been through this before already. So what they're doing, we found there was an image, like a screenshot that Jeremy sent me earlier today. I didn't load it in, but somebody posted on their Facebook and said signal is blocked for the Virgin network on the hill. We had this issue last time. Somebody commented, normally you can walk out of the area and come back. And they said, yeah, I was here every day last time, but it's worse now. I'm an A&W using the Wi-Fi.
I'm Virgin too.
So they have signal blockers in the area of downtown Ottawa where you can't use your cell phone. So
I hope no locals have an emergency.
That's what I said when I found out. Like, what if somebody needs to call 911? How dangerous of a tactic that is.
They don't care.
I wonder if it's network specific or if it's one of those like signal jammers that they actually have activated.
Yeah, I don't know. The good thing is where we are staying, our hotel, we made sure we have a Parliament view. We're literally like across the street from Parliament. So
I'm already
if I have to go down and record 10-minute videos and run inside and load them on the Wi-Fi, so be it.
Yeah, that might. So just for everybody that plans on following us this weekend, we might not be able to. We'll probably still be able to do lives like when Jeremy's in the hotel room and be able to maybe overview or recap or whatever. But I think the majority of footage is going to have to be pre-recorded because he's not going to have service. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. We also have this video.
Oh, I need 40 more people on TikTok to go live. 40.
Yes.
40. That's it. We got 1,000 in like 3 days here. We can do this.
It's amazing. I'm sure with like your first video too, if you don't get it by then, you'll get it.
I just made another post before we started here, so hopefully by the time we're done, it's good to go.
We have this video, so they're not only are they messing with the signal and blocking that, but they're putting up all of these signs in downtown Ottawa. I'm gonna play this video here.
Flatbeds here. We got a truck. We have special event, towaway zone. They're doing this in real time, these people. Got Patriot Smoothie. So, no parking signs. Special event parking signs going up all over in real time. There are flatbeds. There are bylaw officials towing or ticketing, and then flatbeds towing.
Ready to tow.
We're at O'Connor and Albert.
They're closing all the streets down.
We are way outside the exclusion zone now.
And they're closing all the street parking.
They are putting up signs. They have flatbeds. They are ticketing and towing people, and they're putting up the signs in real time.
Guys, this is like blocks. Where are people supposed to park? Come and protest in Ottawa, but don't park? Like, what is this?
Nonsense. Look at this.
What is this? What is happening?
We are about 15 blocks away from Parliament.
Oh, here we can park here.
Okay, side streets. Here we go. Let's pull over.
They're probably going to make their way here at some point.
They may come down here as well. This is craziness.
Is that a driveway right there?
Yeah. It is. Yeah, it is. So we can't park here anyways.
Okay, so what's going on? Like, they're closing all these streets down where? Okay, don't bring your vehicles to protest, but good luck getting into protest.
Yeah.
That's what there's. Oh, paid parking, of course. Oh, well, yeah, no choice.
This is street parking here.
Yeah, no parking. Yeah, so I'm hoping they don't close this down.
Yeah, this is street parking. We're good here for a minute. We'll check back in. We're going.
So that looks like fun.
I'm
it
not
hasn't
even surprised.
I know.
I honestly, I expect worse. But I got through the police barrier by crossing the frozen river.
Oh my gosh, like twice.
I'll get downtown. Don't you worry about me.
But I hope that people that, didn't experience it last time and aren't as strong-willed, I hope that they don't get turned away at the first, sign or the first threat, because that's not fair. I mean, we should all, as citizens of our country, especially as tax-paying citizens of our country, be able to travel anywhere we want to within our country and park our vehicle.
Well, yeah, and we're at the point here where people can't be if the front lines are for a certain kind of people, and if you're gonna go and you want to push and make your voice heard, you need to be ready to either be arrested or worse. And just like when we were at the TED Talk downtown Vancouver, we were honking TJ's train horn non-stop, and the cop came up and he was like, "Okay, the train horn's got to go." And TJ was like, "I'll turn it down." And the cop was like, "No, like, no more train horn." And the cop was like, "How much to honk the horn?" And TJ asked that, and the cop was like, "It's about $100 a ticket." And TJ was like, "Well, I'll take those all day long." And the cop was like, "Look, man, I don't want to give you tickets, but like, can we not do it 20 times on every loop?" Like, and then he got back on his motorcycle, and he was like, "Nice rig, by the way." Like, you just gotta these are bullshit laws.
They're people
Most
too.
of these guys don't want to enforce this.
Right.
As long as you're respectful and willing, like, you gotta have a little cojones.
Yep. And I mean, they're taking all these precautions. They're putting up these signs already before you guys even arrive. Taking all these additional measures they didn't do before. It shows that they're scared. It shows that what you guys
100%.
accomplished last time, and shows that you guys definitely made an impact last time, and they don't want anything to do with that.
100%. I was also reading before we get on to, there's apparently supposed to be an unwelcome party with like 500 to 1,000 anti-protesters, so I can't wait to see that.
It would be really interesting if they're allowed to park and they're allowed to get in somewhere. Yeah. If they have some sort of special access, but you guys don't, because then that's discrimination.
Mm-hmm. Kyle, Chef Jeremy Gibson, bro. Chef Jeremy Gibson.
Yeah, I starred that comment just to make sure that you saw it. And Daphne made a good point. She said you should have transportation for those who can't park near. I don't know how feasible that might be, but if there's some sort of like public transportation or something that you guys can look into, or buses, or I don't know exactly what, because I don't know the area, but if there's anything like that where you could do some sort of a shuttle, I mean, maybe somebody who's well off and wealthy could like rent a bus, until everybody park.
We almost I asked Jesse why he wasn't taking the motorhome, and he's like, "I don't want to lose it."
Yeah,
because he's willing to just park it.
Yep.
So we got a couple options, but unfortunately, we're not taking this. That'd be nice.
What a strange, crazy world we're in that you can't even go. You can't even.
I'm anxious to see what's going to happen when we go to check into our hotel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, because for anybody who doesn't know, during the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa, the hotels would say that they were booked up when they weren't.
After people were showing up, they weren't even letting them know ahead of time. People were driving hours and hours.
Yeah, you had people that had booked the hotels on websites like Expedia, you know, at home, weeks in advance sometimes. They would drive with their kids, their families, for hours, get to the hotel, and the hotel would say, sorry, we booked your room on accident. Oops, we forgot to tell you.
But the parkade's empty.
Parking lot's empty, and the rooms were, you know, available, and the whole thing. So let's see, what else do we have?
But the government is not tyrannical at all. They're not bending.
No. Why would you think such a thing?
No. That's
a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's basically speculation.
Yep. Except it's not, because let me tell you why. So, this video comes from Luke Rudkowski. If you've never heard of him, he started an organization called We Are Change. They sell awesome t-shirts. They're all hilarious. You would love every single one of them. He's friends with Tim Pool. I watch Tim Pool every night. He does like a 2-hour long, usually, YouTube show, and he has guests on. And Luke was with him for quite some time on his podcast, and then kind of branched off. He moved to Florida, started doing his own thing. And this video came from his show, I believe, earlier today, and he's talking about the new Disinformation Governance Board. This is a brand new Biden administration creation. We've never had anything like it before. Odd timing with Elon Musk's Twitter purchase. Now all of a sudden they're saying that we need a board against disinformation. So Luke introduces it a little bit and talks about who's going to be heading this. We'll listen to this.
We're finding out that the Biden administration is creating a new Disinformation Governance Board, a part of the Department of Homeland Security, which is going to be dedicated to, quote, countering misinformation. Who are they launching to lead this special department board? Well, it looks like an absolutely unhinged Democratic activist who admittedly believes that free speech should be censored and limited. She is on record saying that she is definitely no friend to free speech absolutism, and she played a major role in the cover-up of the Hunter Biden laptop story, which she said was a, quote, Trump campaign product, underplaying it, when in reality, the truth of that whole entire situation has come out to the point where even major media organizations like the Washington Post are admitting that the story was true, not according to this lady.
I don't know why my videos keep getting cut off within the last 10 seconds, but pretty interesting that they're initiating this new board to stop any disinformation campaigns, and this woman is not accepting the fact that not only is Hunter Biden's laptop real, but that it possessed all of this nefarious information with embezzlement schemes, with child pornography. All of these different even mainstream media outlets are now reporting on it, and she is still standing firm and saying, nope, it's a lie, it's Russia disinformation, it's Trump, she's just lying. And now she is the person who is in charge of this board. So
Pays the line, man.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently. CBC all just got raises too. Like, it's a joke.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So
the government gives them $1.49 billion a year of taxpayer money to fund them, and now they're getting $12 million in raises across the board. So, yeah, it's like you clearly don't have enough to pay your people as it is. That's why the taxpayers are paying for state-controlled media. So you're going to give everybody raises? So yeah, it does pay to lie in Canada.
Well, it does here too, because obviously she's lying, and she just got this new position with making who knows how much money. I did a quick search on her because I had never heard of her before, and I found this article from is this New York Post? Yep. It says, White House pick for Big Brother-like disinformation board spread lie about Hunter Biden laptop. I mean, clearly she's highly credited. because everyone knows that she is a liar. Whoops. A lot of people are calling this Disinformation Governance Board like the Ministry of Truth. Did you ever read George Orwell's 1984?
I've read like a lot of tidbits, but I've never actually read the book, no.
Yeah, same. So I looked it up a little bit today to see the relation, and the book was written in, I think he wrote it in like 1949, and he wrote it about, the year, theoretically, it was a fictional book, but he wrote about 1984, and the way that it matches up to everything happening right now is he was
There's a
psychic.
lot of 1984 signs in Ottawa.
Yep.
People just wrote it on there.
He was some sort of time traveler or something. But this article says President Biden's pick to lead his Department of Homeland Security's big brother-like Disinformation Governance Board, Nina Jankowicz, has her own history of posting disinformation online. Nina, who was a disinformation fellow at the Wilson Center, so they have schools for this now, has reportedly cast doubt on the Post reporting about Hunter Biden's laptop. During a series of live tweets during the presidential debate between Biden and Donald Trump in October 2020, Jankowicz had referenced the laptop. Back on the laptop from hell, apparently, Biden notes 50 former NatSec officials and 5 former CIA heads that believe the laptop is a Russian influence op, Jankowicz tweeted. Trump says Russia, Russia, Russia. He's not wrong. Her tweet resurfaced immediately after she revealed she'd been named executive director of the new Disinformation Bureau on Wednesday, as conservatives flamed her as a leftist radical and expressed doubt in her ability to spot misinformation. I mean, you're supposed to be the head of this board and you can't even figure out what's right and what's wrong. So this is from, I believe, today. Let me see. I got so much stuff. Too much stuff. Let me double check. Yes. Today? I believe today. This was Mayorkas talking, Nadler's talking about this new Disinformation Governance Board. And I think it's Jim Jordan asked if this board will examine the false claims made by 51 former intelligence officials who labeled Hunter Biden's laptop Russian disinformation in an effort to influence the 2020 U.S. presidential election. So I'll bring this up. Check this out.
I love how they still refer to it as an attempt to influence the election. They did influence the election.
I know.
There was no attempts. It's been done.
So we got kicked off of Facebook last night as soon as we started talking about this, and I got my ban on YouTube. I'm banned until July, is for talking about potential fraud in the 2020 U.S. presidential election, despite the fact that you have senators and congresspeople that are now coming out requesting for audits. They're requesting to have their electoral votes rescinded. They're requesting investigations. You have the Department of Justice coming out, we talked about this yesterday, threatening to sue anybody who's looking into investigating the election. You have all these different outlets that are saying there was fraud there in the election. It's proven. We have the evidence. We have the facts. We have all of this documentation to back it up. And there are still people pushing this narrative, mainly one of these platforms, saying, oh no, there was no fraud. You can't talk about fraud. We might sue you if you're going to talk about fraud. I don't know. Here's the video.
How about this one? How about when 51 former intel officials told us that the Hunter Biden story had all the earmarks of Russian misinformation? Will that be something that this governance board that you just formed, will you be looking into that?
Congressman, the Disinformation Board addresses disinformation that imperils the safety and security of our homeland. And one of the primary areas that we are focused on is the dissemination of disinformation and its potential connectivity.
But that's not what your bulletin talked about.
The gentleman's time.
COVID.
The gentleman's time has expired. I am permitting the witness to answer the question, but the gentleman can say nothing now. It's witnesses.
Let me know when.
Privileged to answer the gentleman's question.
So that was Nadler that jumped in and banged his gavel and said, "You, Jim Jordan, you can stop talking now. You can't say anything anymore. Mayorkas, you can answer the question," which he doesn't. He just says a bunch of words and never actually answers the question. Jim Jordan just wanted to know, with this new Disinformation Governance Board, are you going to come out and make sure that people start telling the truth about the Hunter Biden laptop? And he's, truth? What's that? I don't know what that is. I'm in government. How am I supposed to know what that is? Yes, Mermaid Rose said, watch the new movie Mules. It shows video surveillance of ballot stuffing, tracking GPS phones of these individuals. Proof election fraud existed. There's actually 3 new videos that are out. There's that one, Mules. There's another one, Rigged. And then there's another one, I think it's called The Big Rig. All 3 about election fraud. All 3 that have evidence and proof. All 3 that were just released. Lots of information there. I haven't made it through all of them just yet. I'm planning on it, though. But you still have people coming out saying, oh, no, there was no fraud. What is it called?
Didn't Arizona prove it wrong?
Yep, they had like a 6-hour-long audit.
What happened to that?
So it went to the Attorney General, and he was supposed to continue the investigation, and he's been just kind of dragging his feet. Yep. That's what people said. That's what people said. All it would take is for one state at this point to decertify and say, we found fraud, we found fraud, we have proof, we have evidence, and we're taking back our votes, and then the entire election would be fraudulent, but it hasn't happened yet.
How you doing, man? Lots going on, bro. Big weekend.
Yep, big weekend. So let's see, what else do we have? I got some stuff happening outside my house right now. I'm hearing sirens. Money. I wish there was money outside of my house right now.
Oh, you're supposed to finish it.
I don't sing. Not when I'm live.
I gave you the easy part. You only have to say it once.
Let's see. Yes, Ryan. Georgia is moving in the right direction. For anybody that has their finger on the pulse of all this election fraud stuff, let me know. Keep me updated because I can't. Carrie got you. There you go. Daphne says, I love you guys so much. This is my favorite time of the day. Just hanging out with all of you. So let's see, what else do we have tonight? I'm very unorganized, so I usually...
We both are, it's alright.
I set up my studio, I get everything loaded, all of my videos and everything, I make all my banners, and then I can relax and take a breath. And at 6:30, a half an hour before we went live, my power went out. Like, my room went dark, I lost everything, and I had to come back into the studio, reload everything. So I'm scrambling now.
Not to mention that I didn't hop in here until like 7 minutes
Yeah,
before.
like 5 of, and was like, what are we going to talk about? I don't know. You tell me. Alright, let's see. Oh, Putin. So Putin came out and made an announcement. It's in Russian, but it is, there are subtitles, so you can figure out what it is that he's saying. And...
Wow. Sorry about that.
That's alright.
I'm yawning. That's rare for me.
Are you going to get a hit of that adrenaline come tomorrow?
I already got it. There's no way I'm sleeping tonight.
Daphne, there really is so much to talk about that it's like, I can't keep it. I have to pick, like, okay, I'm going to talk about this and this because I can't. There's just too much. Everywhere, all the time, constantly. It's a bombardment, and it's overwhelming. And Ryan, why are you laughing at Ryan's comment? Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. It is.
Yeah. Karma is a bitch.
We have 30 people listening to us saying nonsense right now.
That's all I'm gonna say. Karma works itself out.
Yeah. Quick Sam update. I did talk to her the other day. I know you guys ask all the time. It's growing season for her. She's going to come on as soon as she can. She's busy planting, and her sister also just got new campers, so they are busy reupholstering and just she's amazing. She's like so crafty. She recovers everything, and they were putting in couches and curtains and all this stuff. I'm like, I can't even sew a pillow. I don't know what you're talking about, but She says hi to everybody whenever we talk, and she's going to come on as soon as she can. But this video from Putin, so he came out and he told NATO not to intervene. He said, our response will be lightning fast. So let's listen to this.
Вознамерятся вмешаться в происходящие события со стороны, то они должны знать, да, и будут создавать для России неприемлемые для нас угрозы стратегического характера, они должны знать, что наш ответно-встречные удары будут молниеносными, быстрыми. У нас есть для этого все инструменты, такие, которыми не может сейчас похвастаться никто.
The kind that nobody else can show off, but showing off is not what we do. We will simply utilize them.
Fuck around, find out.
Pretty much is what, yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying. Like, don't, you know.
That's what I said when I watched it earlier. I was like, that's pretty much like, don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Which, I mean, at this point, it really doesn't make sense for anybody to do it. Like, I was explaining this, so, my mom is, multi-vaxxed and literally wore a mask until, like, last week. And she said she brought something up about, Ukraine. And I just said, what do you think about Ukraine? Like, I'm just curious. What are your thoughts on Ukraine? Oh, well, Putin never should have invaded, and he's killing all these people. I said, whoa, hold on. What if I told you that Ukraine was actually fighting with Ukraine? Yeah. What if I told you even lied to your entire life? I wasn't going to do that. But I did say that I asked her if she thought that mainstream media lied to her, and she said, yeah, on occasion. And I said, okay. So we actually suffer from, there's a specific type of Stockholm syndrome that applies to people that believe the media on some things, but don't believe the media on other things and recognize that they lie. And it's like us going back to our captors. Like, we know that they lie to us, but yet we still, on other stories, insist on trusting them and relying on them for information. So even though, like, I watched firsthand, you were there firsthand, you experienced the media twisting and turning stories in Ottawa.
And then in one day, they went, Ukraine.
Yeah, and lying to people.
Everybody that was like this just went.
Yep, exactly. Like, it's a form of Stockholm syndrome of going back to your captor and of believing in them and trusting in them because you just watch them lie repeatedly, lie, and then they start telling you about Ukraine and everyone says, oh, it must be true, it's on TV. It must be true, it's mainstream media, it's CNN, it's CBS, it's CBC. It has to be true, it's on, it's crazy. So I gave her little tidbits and kind of walked her through a little bit of it, and she was like, this is too much, this is overwhelming, I'm tired. I need to rest now. I was like, okay, we'll take another trip next time. But some people just totally clueless, unaware, completely unaware.
The Walking Dead.
It's crazy. Sad. I keep saying that word because I don't mean
literal dead. I hope everybody understands that. It's just.
Yeah, no, it's like they're asleep.
They're dead to this fight. They just stay out of the way.
Some people are. So Daphne said, I really think people are getting smart to this, and some people absolutely are. I mentioned talking to my neighbor this morning. I went down. He was baking bread. He's like, I'm learning how to, make my own bread. I'm taking steps to be prepared. And I told the story about how at my son's dad's house, he had the "Don't Tread on Me" flag flying. Not something I'd ever thought I'd see there. So, that's okay. Angela, I'm still having a problem with the whole flat earth thing. That is a topic that we could dive into at some point. So the guy I follow, Phil Godlewski, does a lot on the whole flat earth thing. I don't know if I know a couple of you in here follow him and watch. He just did a 2-part series. Part 2 was this morning, I think at like 9-10 o'clock today, if you wanted to check that out. But lots of interesting information there. I brought up flat earth over this weekend, and My family was like, that's impossible. There's no way. It's not possible. Look at the math.
I don't know. Let's not go down that road today.
Yeah, we don't have to go
I
there
got
today.
a big weekend ahead of me.
But no, it's. See, I'm just open-minded. Like, my mind isn't made. I feel like since my mind opened, now it's just open. Like, it's open to everything. Anything is possible now. I can't. Yeah, exactly. Ryan said it can't be proven or disproven. Like, almost nothing can be unless you actually experience it firsthand. I don't know what's real anymore and what isn't, because so much can be manipulated. So much can be. Look at CGI, Mark.
That's
I
my
promise
dad.
we won't.
That's my dad.
Hi, Jeremy's dad. But no, I mean, if you look, there's a video floating around Telegram, and it shows this actress and how they do CGI, and she's basically like getting on an elevator and going down into tunnels and interacts with somebody, and it's all just she's in a green screen, and everything is manufactured around her. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see like the moon landings being fake, but space is real.
How do you know? Have you been?
People have live.
Yep. And you're telling you
that guy jumped out of the thing and parachuted to Earth.
But the person who says that the media lies to you and everything's a lie
It was a guy.
But you think that he couldn't be paid off?
It wasn't fucking.
It was Red Bull. He was sponsored by Red Bull,
You
wasn't
can
he?
watch the whole thing. People were there personally.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, we're not going to talk about this
because I don't
outrageous.
I don't believe it. I don't believe anything.
Where does your satellite signal come from?
I have no idea. How do we know?
Done. Conversation over. Fuck, exactly.
What if it's within the atmosphere but not outside of it?
It's right there.
But we don't know that. Is the whole point. Like, so if you look at people that follow
No, moving on.
Listen, just listen. If you talk to anybody who is really into the Bible, ask them about the firmament. And that's all I will say. So, See, thank you, Eric. He couldn't get through the firmament. There you go. I don't know enough about it to have an educated conversation about it, but I think it's very interesting to look into. It's definitely like a lighter topic instead of talking about all of these like corruption and lies and deception.
No, I'm not even gonna ask the question. We'll save it for another day.
Okay. Do you want to play this video about the WHO?
Yeah. So the commercial of our new one big country that we're all going to be living in here soon.
Yeah.
That's such a conspiracy theory. They already have a constitution wrote for it. So let's see what they got planned for us here.
Yay.
COVID-19 pandemic is one of the biggest challenges we are facing. It's been a stark and painful reminder that nobody is safe until everyone is safe. There will be other pandemics and other major health emergencies. No single government or multilateral agency can address this threat alone. Together, we must be better prepared to predict, prevent, detect, assess, and effectively respond to pandemics in a highly coordinated fashion. The 194 member states of the World Health Organization resolved to work together towards a new international instrument for pandemic preparedness and response. This renewed collective commitment is a milestone in stepping up pandemic preparedness at the highest political level. Such an agreement, rooted in the World Health Organization Constitution, could strengthen existing international health instruments, especially the international health regulations, and provide a firm and tested foundation on which we can build and improve. The agreement also has the potential to foster an all-of-government and all-of-society approach, strengthening national, regional, and global capacities and resilience to future pandemics. This could include greatly enhancing international cooperation to improve alert systems, data sharing, research, and local, regional, and global production and distribution of medical public health countermeasures such as vaccines, diagnostics, and personal protective equipment. The agreement could also recognize the One Health approach that connects the health of humans, animals, and our planet. To achieve this, WHO will support its member states in their work and facilitate the involvement of relevant stakeholders, including from civil society and the private sector. Pandemic preparedness needs global leadership for a global health system fit for this millennium. To make this commitment a reality, we must be guided by solidarity, fairness, transparency, inclusiveness.
I know that got cut off, and somebody just asked me for the link, so I will put this in my Telegram, at Check the Motives, and make sure to check that after the show. I will post a video in there.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. So Mermaid Rose said, do people really buy into the WHO? Trump hated him. Yeah. People hated Trump. So anything that he hated, they loved. And there are people that check the CDC, the FDA, So I have a health and wellness company. A lot of you guys know this. I have an online store. So many people say, are your products FDA approved? Well, they're not, because they're not food. But if they were, I would be less inclined to use them. Honestly, that's what I tell people. Because the FDA is like the Better Business Bureau. It's just a bought and paid for advertisement seal. It doesn't offer you anything at all. It's all corrupt. The WHO, the CDC, the FDA, anything that is government based, these don't have our best interests in mind at all. They are not good intentioned at all. We thought they were, and maybe at one point when they were started, there was some, starry-eyed young person who thought that they could change the world by creating this corporation and by protecting people from dangers and chemicals and toxins. But then some nefarious being came along and saw the potential and took it over, and that's where we are now.
It's two things. They want you dead, and when you realize that, everything will come clear. Second thing, if you're all healthy, who makes money?
Yep. It's why we work. It's why.
Seriously.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Nanette said nothing natural can be approved by the FDA. Adam Jones said if the government's involved, I stay clear. I mean, I agree 1000%. It's really sad and it's really hard, especially like Jeremy's different from me because I'm
numb. I'm numb.
And you have been this way for a long time. I was not this way. I was conditioned. I believe, I was conditioned in every sense of the word, in every way, shape, or form for more than 30 years of my life. I still, till 2 years ago, thought that I was less of a person because I didn't have a college degree. I mean, because I was so conditioned to believe that that was something I needed, that was necessary for me to be a successful contributing member of society. It's all a lie. It's all a scheme. It's all a scam. We're not actually educated to become critical thinkers and become knowledgeable and to gain wisdom. We're educated to become workers. Everything is corrupt. Everything is false. Everything is just manufactured so that we can become these mindless drones, these employees. You want me to bring that one up, Angela?
Yeah, I would like it. I
saw your finger. I'm like, what is he doing?
Oh, yeah. The fall is like, what's the fall?
I don't know what the fall is, but I do. Have you ever heard of the Georgia Guidestones?
No.
So there's these rocks, basically, in Georgia that somebody inscribed, and they wrote a prophecy, I guess, and basically said that by a certain year, I forget what it was, I'd have to pull it up to get the exact information on it, but basically that the world's population would be decreased significantly, and those that are left behind will become slaves for the elite. So they can't kill all of us, because who's gonna work at McDonald's? Who's gonna clean their pools? Who's gonna, who's gonna clean their houses?
Robots? They have AI.
Maybe, but they also
They have AI that is so smart. It gets smarter by the day on its own. It doesn't need to be taught anything anymore.
Thank you, Terry. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity, unite humanity with a living new language, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court, avoid petty laws and useless officials, balance personal rights with social duties, prize beauty, love, transhumanism. Yeah. But those Georgia Guidestones, if you just look them up on Google, you can see a picture of them. They've been around forever. And they said all of this stuff on them, these random rocks that are just in the middle of Georgia.
So we're living in the Matrix. It's all.
That's another interesting.
It's all just a ploy. It's all
topic. Yeah, Laura. So the division too is insane. Like, look at all the people.
Knows. Somebody knows.
Somebody knows who put them up, but they probably wouldn't tell us. But you look at, like, do you ever notice when a big story, I call it a big story, it really doesn't matter. Like, look at this whole Johnny Depp thing. And how many people are talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I don't know the first thing that's going on.
I know his wife beat him up. That was about it.
I know that he's an actor.
I don't even know if that's accurate.
I think she was abusive.
Let's move on.
In some way, but
I can't give people shit for being distracted when we're talking about Johnny Depp and some other bitch.
No, but
Excuse
but
my
that's
language,
but that's the whole.
Apparently, she is a bitch, from what I've been told.
See, I really don't know anything about it. But if you notice, like, somebody puts a post up about it, like, she was wrong, or then you have 50 people saying no, he was wrong, and everybody is fighting over this relationship of a celebrity. Like, who cares? What does it have to do with your life? What does it matter?
Is this legit?
Yeah.
Really?
That's one thing that I saw come out, yeah. But, like, who cares? Why? What does it matter? Who cares? Like, people are spending, like, they spent their time watching the Rittenhouse trial, which, okay, that was about self-defense. That was an important trial to follow. That could have had repercussions for our Constitution, for our rights in our country. But people are watching this court case for 6 to 8 hours a day.
I know.
Why?
And it's people like that make me want to just go off to an island and give up this whole fight and let them have the country. Like, and it's just ridiculous. Like, same as like, oh, support the Ukraine. Why don't you look on your corner and support that guy?
Yep.
Excuse my language.
Yeah, so Laura and Nanette both said the same thing. Televise this, but bury the major pedophile one, and the Maxwell trial was quiet. I mean, I was basically one of the only people that covered the Ghislaine Maxwell trial in depth and knew what was going on every day and had the transcripts and talked about the witness testimony and everything and the questions that came up. And, I mean, it was silence across the board.
Anywho,
we're doing something about it. Obviously, I need to vent sometimes about it because it's frustrating, and I know that.
I'll listen to you vent.
Thanks.
You just got to hear my opinion by the end of it.
I always listen to your opinion. But I might not agree with it. There's a lot of times where I let Jeremy talk, and then I'm like, okay, but here's what you should actually do. And then he takes a couple days, and then he comes back and says, you were right.
I just got to calm down a little bit sometimes.
It's a lot. I don't know what else to say. Some of it gets so deep and so dark and so scary that, like, I have had to kind of attach my own parachute and pull myself out at times, because there are things that I look into sometimes and I say, okay, that's too much for today. I need to take a break. I need to do something else, go be with family, go play Mario or Nintendo, whatever, and just dig my head out, because some of it is just, it's a lot.
The content never gets me like that. It's the people.
What do you mean, like the people's reaction to it, or?
Just how some people act. Like, it's just, that's what I can't handle. I'm numb to the content. I know children are dying. Anything past that, I don't give a shit. And I don't think there's much worse than that. So it's just, at this point, I'm just like, stay out of the way. If you think that, like, come on, it's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. That's how we're different. That's why we make a good team.
Yeah. I can't. Some of it, like, especially with the kid stuff, I mean, yes, we know that they're dying, and some of the things that I've learned about, like, what they're doing to them and how they do it and why they're doing it and what they're using the things for, and it's heartbreaking, and it's, I don't know, a lot of it is...
Some people are going to pay.
Yeah.
We're going to take this country back within a month.
So I have a video that you sent me.
On that note, yeah,
Yeah, good segue. We're getting better at this.
On that note.
So we have a message. This is a message for Canadians or a message for everybody?
This is a message for everybody. He's in talks with the states. You know, if we're gonna, for people who can't be there, they need to stop going to work. They need to stop. You need to shut this country down when this happens. If you're not there, you need to show your support by shutting the country down. Basically, prepare food-wise, necessities, medications. Prepare to hunker down and prove a point. If lots of people have been saying, "Oh, how can I get to Ottawa the first time and like this time?" Well, I get a cheaper solution. Stay home, stop going to work, stock up, and let's shut this country down. And if we can shut this continent down, even better.
All right, let's listen to this message, and then Jeremy and I will share our message of our own of what we need from you guys, because we're needy. We're going to be needy this weekend. We don't usually typically ask for much, and I think we're going to need to ask for something this weekend. So here's our message from TikTok.
I'm proud to say that I'm a part of one of the largest freedom movements in the history of this beautiful country of Canada. We plan to peacefully, and I do repeat peacefully, regain our provinces and regain our country and put it back in the hands of the Canadian people. We have a plan, and we have over 11 million supporting us. Good, honest, hardworking Canadian people that are ready to turn this country back around. We can all agree that we have a tyrannical government trying to run this country into the ground and trying to make us a part of something that we do not want to be a part of. We're here to protect the futures, the lives of our children, our grandchildren, and many generations to come. And we're going to need you. So I'm asking you now, are you willing to stand? Stand for the Canadian way of life. Stand for your fellow Canadian. Stand for the futures of your children. Stand for Canada. I believe you are. Thank you for what you're about to do. God bless.
All right, so that was Marcus, and we have we played a video.
All fired up.
I know. We
Well,
played
hearing
a
him
video.
talk in person was even better. He's just got that. You know, he's one of those people when he talks, you want to listen.
Yep.
He's he's real too. He usually keeps it light. He's a real guy.
Yeah, so we played a video a couple of weeks ago now, and you guys were at a rally, and he spoke, and he asked everybody to sign up for Just Say It Canada. There's an email list going around. You can sign up for it and get the emails and get notified of everything happening. I signed up for the emails. I get one, I think, like daily. I get an email. They ask for your province in Canada. I just put United States. I still get the emails.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's probably good that you put that on there too, because they can see, right?
Yep, so that they know that it's, bigger than Canada. But they're asking everybody, so I'll put the link up. I have it in the banners for anybody that hasn't signed up yet. It's scrolling at the bottom. JustSayItCanada.ca. You go to that website. It asks for your name and your location. Like I said, I just put in the United States. Some people, I understand, are hesitant giving out their email. Create a fake email address and put it on there. You don't even have to use your real name. Just sign up for it and get the information, get the email. They're asking everybody who can to go, obviously, to Ottawa in person this weekend to show strength in numbers and also to experience it firsthand. I would do anything to be there. I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to be there and just experience the community and the strength and the networking, meeting more like-minded people that share your thoughts and beliefs and ideals. But if you can't, you know, for whatever reason, if you're in Canada and you can't get to Ottawa, or if you're like me in the States and can't cross the border, if you are unable to go, then they're asking everyone to stay home from work.
Oh, no. That's when,
they're not?
No, that's a lot of questions too. That we are asking that, but when Marcus's event takes place, I don't like to call it Marcus's event. The Just Say It Canada event.
Okay.
That's not going to be for a couple weeks.
Okay. So sign up for the email, get the email, and you'll get notified.
There's going to be a 24-hour notice. So obviously some people aren't going to be able to make it to the place in 24 hours.
Right.
And those are the people that fall under that category.
Right.
This weekend, the only reason I'm here this weekend is to network and pay my respects to the veterans. We got way bigger things going on out west.
Yep.
And this is it. We're convoying back out west. We're going to be spreading this message along the way. We're going to have posters. I believe Art and Dom are leaving tomorrow with like a convoy of 5. And the bigger the better for when we get back. And when we do get back, it'll only be a couple days until we get that call.
So make sure you're signed up for that email. Make sure that you're getting the notification. After you sign up, you should get automatically get an email saying that they received your sign up. If you don't get that, check your spam folder and make sure that you're getting the emails so that you're informed.
And for anybody doubting this, I traveled with Marcus for 2 weeks. We convoyed through BC for 2 weeks. This man is as legit as it comes. He's ex-RCMP. His dad's ex-Navy SEAL Master Chief. He is in connection with people in every province in this country. And I am invested in him 100%, as well as everybody I call family. This is what I believe our final stand. Digital ID starts in Quebec in like 3 days. So there's no more, it's coming. It's here. This shit is here. They're coming for the kids. And if this fails, I'm out of here. And I suggest that everybody else does as well.
So
I know that's probably heavy to hear. But there's going to come a time when we're going to cross a line here. When things fail, you need to regroup and this is our final stand here in Canada.
Well, I think so. I've been saying this all along, like, where is your line? You know, and a lot of these people that have woken up, like me, and like a lot of the people that follow us and watch us, they've all been affected personally at some point within the last 2 years or prior, like you were. All of these people have been touched personally by the pandemic or the vaccines or what have you, and they were awoken to what is actually going on in our world. And there are so many people that haven't been touched yet, or they've compromised, or they've bent a little bit, but they haven't been broken, and that is why they still conform. That is why they still comply, because comfort is a necessity for them. They don't want to get out of their comfort zone. They don't want to have to live without power, or have to ration their food, or have to, eat rice and beans instead of mac and cheese, or whatever the case may be. And there are some people like myself and like Jeremy and many, many others that are sick of this, that are fed up, that they are far past their line, and they've said, I will make sacrifices to make sure that this ends here and now. I am done with this. I am done. And all of these people that Jeremy is connected to in Canada are now saying, come with us, join us, be a part of this, or don't, but this is happening.
You will
no matter what.
If this means something to you in Canada, this is it. This will be it. And when I say I'm leaving, maybe I'll be in Canada somewhere, but good luck finding me. I won't be on here. I am using these tools to win this war, and then I am setting a match to the brainwash device here. So
I don't blame you.
Yeah, no. I'll be off in the woods. Nobody will be finding me. Only people I want to know will be finding me.
Yeah, send me the address. Send me a smoke signal to your cabin. But I'm not going anywhere, guys. No matter what, unless I'm forced to, and even then I'll try to fight back. But I'm fed up. I'm sick of it. I am done. I am done with everything. I'm done with all of it. I'm done living in fear. I'm done. I worry every day I drop my son off at school. Like, just every day, everything is difficult. Everything is a struggle. Everything is a fight. Everything is corrupt. Everything is just broken. It's all broken. It's all wrong. It's all
I don't even want to use it anyways. It's all, like, gross to me now anyways.
I know. The only I mean, we say it all the time. The only reason why I use Facebook is because of all these other people that use it that I would lose touch with if I didn't use it. You know, so I just want to go up through the comments really quick because I saw one. Tabby said she has recipes for dry soups. I'm interested, Tabby, if you want to send that over, and I can also post it if anybody else is interested. Let's see. There was another one. Angela, you cannot cross the border without a vaccine. Last I knew, unless they changed it, but I know they couldn't January, February.
You can cross the border. It's just they give you hell coming back. That's the issue. It's not that you can't come and go. It's that if I did leave this country, I might not be allowed back in. But I assure you, if I do leave this country, I don't want back in.
Right. Yep.
So if I make the choice to cross that border, I ain't coming back. We're not at that point yet, and I don't think we're going to be. I really don't. I wouldn't be investing the time I am in this if I already thought it was over. This hasn't been a party to me since like day 3 in Ottawa. It's you remember me saying in Ottawa, people need to stop coming for the party on the weekend. We need people here for the cause.
Yep.
And if people had listened on that one day, made a circle around the downtown, this shit would have been over that day. But hopefully people listen now. This is the last stand.
So here's our plan. Obviously Jeremy's going to be on the ground and I am not. I'm going to be here in Massachusetts on my computer pushing buttons in the background. But the last time that we did this, we had kind of the clout, I guess, of the name of a network. Jeremy had a press pass. We had built up a following of like 1.5 million people. That Facebook page had been growing prior to me joining it. So we had a lot more eyes on things, a lot more ears hearing things. And so we're asking for your help to spread this message, to spread, not only to spread the website, the justsayitcanada.ca, and have people signing up and getting these emails, but to also share Jeremy's videos from tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a little bit different depending on service because we were able to just kind of follow him around live, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but Jeremy has a monthly pay plan for your phone.
Yeah, I just do like prepaid monthly, so I get like 8 gigs and stuff.
So the data is an issue, and we don't have any funding at all. So if anybody is interested or willing to donate any money to help Jeremy get another data card so that he can just make sure that he has the data to get through the weekend. We do this. This is what we do. We investigate stories, we share information, we do these videos, and we share what we learn with you guys. And obviously Jeremy's on the ground trying to get as much footage and meet as many people as possible. So we don't have money coming in from anywhere except for our viewers. So if anybody does feel generous and would like to help support his efforts this weekend, it would be greatly appreciated. Did you ever get your Facebook page set up?
No, I didn't.
That's okay. So if anybody's interested, just reach out to me or reach out directly to Jeremy, and we'll figure out the best way.
Why don't we? Can we do it through you and just like track it and show what we're using it for?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that it gets to you. So anybody can send it to me through. What we did last time was people sent it to me through PayPal or Venmo, and then I did an e-transfer to you. So we
I
can
just
do
feel
that.
better if we can show people what we're actually using it for.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure. I don't like asking for money.
Yeah, I know you don't. That's why this morning after I talked to him, I said, we're going to do a campaign. We're going to do donations. This is what we're going to do. Because, listen, I learned this week, you guys all know that's follow my Facebook. Sometimes you just need help, and it's okay to ask for help, and we need help. We can't reach as many people that need to be reached. I guarantee, there are people in Canada and United States and UK and Australia that would love nothing more than to be a part of this and just don't know. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to help, and they want to. We need to do a better job of spreading our message and making sure that the people that want to hear it are able to access it. So.
What's this? Feds are all over donations and people telling. We have an entire Freedom Coin built on donations. That's completely false. They were in Ottawa, like Give Send Go, GoFundMe, but
yeah, I haven't heard anything recently. I mean, I know they froze
no.
bank accounts and stuff, but I just recently had people send me donations for my housing situation, and that went through.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about
Those
frozen
went
bank accounts
So
since
hopefully,
Ottawa.
I mean, they're capable of anything, so who knows? I mean, it absolutely could happen
they
again.
can do
but,
whatever they want. They've
Yep.
proven that, but
Yep. They want taxes, marketplace, and donations, Angela
yeah,
said.
that's why the digital ID is coming.
I will say, my PayPal all of a sudden started taking, it wasn't before, and now my PayPal takes kickback, I guess, for themselves.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
But that's what the digital ID is all about. There's not going to be any more yard sales. It's not going to be giving the homeless guy $5 in the corner either. There's not going to be any cash. It's going to be forbidden.
Yep.
But it's great. It's a great thing.
If you think it's a great thing, you can keep your head down and keep moving through. But if you think it's not a great thing, might be time to pick your head up.
Shit.
Start doing something about it.
We have the thing. Sign up.
Yep. Sign up, get the emails.
Marcus, if anybody wants more information, there's only so much I can give. Marcus Ray's TikTok is Marcus Ray Talks. It's MarcusRay Talks. And yeah, he's got a lot of stuff on there. It just says and that live we did and showed the speech, that was probably 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you're better off going to TikTok.
Yeah, or just sign up for the emails and make sure that you're getting the emails. That way you'll have all the information and you'll be notified when they send out the 24-hour notice and the message, and you'll know exactly what to do. And then share that out with as many people as you can. Spread the message. Spread the word. You know, we talk about this all the time, like making neighborhood connections, building your network, preparing yourself for your food and your water, but there comes a point where it's like, okay, what are we preparing for? Are we just waiting? You know, would you rather be on the defense or the offense? And at what point do we finally say enough is enough? I'm done with this. We need to change it. We need to take things into our own hands. You know, I know so many people that say, well, wait for the elections and then get involved in government and run, and
There's not even going to be another election.
I know.
Canada or U.S. Whatever happens when this digital ID goes in and this food contract goes in, that is it. There's no more elections. They are writing. There's a reason there's a constitution. It's because all the others are going to be void.
So, views. If we be a poll watcher, here's the thing though, like, are they still going to be using the Dominion machines? You know, I mean, what is the point of having another election if we can't fix the last one? We know that that was not only was it fraudulent in the United States, it was fraudulent in Canada too. It's not like we're the only ones.
It's nobody's been elected for 30 years. They've been selected.
When people say like everything needs to change, everything needs to change on a fundamental level. Everything within our cities and towns, within our small neighborhoods, communities, counties, states, all the way up to the big government. But everything needs to change, and nothing is going to change if nothing changes. If we just keep putting our heads down and talking about stuff and sharing information and not actually doing it, anything.
I don't believe Trump was elected either. I believe Trump was selected for the time he was in president so that they could blame everything on him. I don't believe Trump's election was accurate either. I think they needed him in there. And look at Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. They give you the bad guy, they give you the nice guy. They give you the bad guy, they give you the nice guy. Like, come on. We're smarter than this.
I've never thought about it before, but it does make sense.
Yeah.
Because everybody's always said, "Oh well."
They hit you with intensity for 4 years, and then they give you the nice guy.
Right.
Calming you all down. He's got the nice wife who really should have been president, and fucking then they give you the bad guy again. Now they give you sleepy fucking Joe. He can't even stand up there and talk.
I can't. Every time he opens his mouth and I hear his voice, I'm like, ugh, I can't. I just can't.
Yeah. Anyways. Back to JFK.
That's another one. I think too that we're fed all these different stories and all these different rabbit holes to go to, like, is JFK still alive, Marilyn Monroe, and all this, because it makes us look insane. It makes us look crazy. All these clones and doubles and CGI and blah blah blah. It's nonsense. Some of it's real, absolutely. Some of it's real when you look at like the fetuses and the organ trading, and some of it can be tied to legitimate
It's getting dark
sources,
in here, isn't it?
but
Sorry.
yeah.
The motorhome's not plugged
Setting
in.
the mood.
No, not at all. I'm trying to brighten things up here. Just bear with me. I don't even know if I can. This is what you get.
All right. So I don't think we had anything else for tonight.
there was-
Played here.
Oh, the doctor's discussing that WHO video.
Oh yeah, so we
That's
played
only
the,
like 1 minute long too.
Okay, so we played the video about the commercial for WHO and their new constitution, and then we had this video as a follow-up.
They were doctors, weren't they? I don't know.
I mean, one of them's wearing a lab coat, but that really doesn't mean anything. Aunt Fauci's a doctor.
I see a lot of shit around the day.
This is gravely important. Every citizen in the world needs to wake up to this right away, because these international health regulations that they're using literally to try to usurp the constitution of any and every country. The WHO is owned by pharma. 70% of its funding comes from pharma. The rest comes from Bill Gates and China. And some of the nation donors. The WHO spends more on travel than it does on disease. The WHO is an absolutely corrupt organization, and we need to stop. They need to go away. It's not that we need to modify the WHO. No, it just needs to go away, and we need to start a better, more ethical health foundation. Dr. Lori Tess would be a great leader of that. And World Council for Health, I'll be with her in London next month at a meeting. And we're trying to get the ethical doctors of the world together, because we are not corrupted by pharma money. That's why we're speaking out. We're independent, and the world needs to be aware of what you just said. And it's not conspiracy. This is the WHO literally trying to become the power of the world.
Trying to become the power of the world. I mean, he just said what we just said. You need to get rid of them.
I just have to send one message here, sorry.
There's no fixing it. There's no changing it. You just need to get rid of them. Everything on a fundamental level needs to be changed. Schools, for one. Let's start and look at schools, public schools. Do you know how much funding that public schools got for COVID? And millions of dollars, and they lost a majority of their students to homeschool. It's really overwhelming when you start and just you look at one little thing like schools or the healthcare system. My state alone, if you look at taxes, like we pay. I'll put Jeremy back on now. He sent his message. We pay, obviously, you know, car insurance. You pay tax on your vehicle when you buy your vehicle, and then you pay an excise tax every year just for parking your vehicle at your house. They tax you for parking your vehicle in your driveway.
It's ridiculous.
It really is. Like, why? What is that for? Are you coming to repave my driveway every year? No.
It's like,
are you fixing the potholes in the road? No.
It's like all the people that are bitching about Elon buying Twitter all drive Teslas.
The world is so backwards. It's just so backwards.
No offense, Adam. I got nothing wrong with Teslas. Adam's
I love Teslas.
Adam's not
I would
one of
drive
those
one if I
bitching.
could.
Adam's looks badass too. He's all blacked out with the white leather seats.
Yeah.
You can see them through the window. It looks badass. But I just think it's ironic that most of those people are all about the green energy. And like, okay, well, wouldn't you want this guy on your sides? No.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I think we're at that point. So are you, what's your plan for tomorrow? Are you going to do a show? Or are you just going to be live randomly?
You're doing a show, aren't you?
I guess it depends on you. If we're going to be live earlier, then I probably won't do a show.
We probably shouldn't do a show. I don't know what to expect. I'll be there at 2 p.m. and I'll be going live right away, if I can. And then there's a big gathering at 6 p.m. on the hill, if it's open. If not, it'll be somewhere else. And then there's a march, so I'll definitely be live for that, hopefully. If not, we'll be recording. Yeah, so probably not a good idea to plan a show. But I mean, we'll be on.
Yeah, so we will definitely have something for you guys tomorrow. We're just not sure exactly what time yet. Make sure that you are following Jeremy's Facebook. Right now he's using his Jeremy Spinney personal account. He has his Jeremy Gibson Freedom Fighters Facebook page. Holy moly, that was a lot.
They got my main one. I'm in jail.
Yeah, he's in jail on the Jeremy Gibson Facebook, but he has the page up. He has Jeremy Spinney on Facebook. I have my Facebook page and my personal page. I am okay for right now, so you guys can follow me on there. Follow me on Telegram. I'll try to post everything if you're not on Facebook, and check the motives. Jeremy's YouTube. Make sure... What?
TikTok.
Oh, follow Jeremy on TikTok.
Chef Jeremy Gibson. I think we're like 30 people away. We'll see. Hopefully I got it now. If I do, I will go live on TikTok tonight if I get 1,000 people.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Follow him on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch, Rumble, and DLive. You guys can find all of the links on my website. It's scrolling it below. If you click follow or subscribe, you will get notifications when I go live. So I don't know exactly when we're going to be live tomorrow, or at any point over on the weekend, really. It's all going to be pretty impromptu and unplanned and depend on Jeremy's service and what kind of capabilities that he has for signal. So make sure that you guys are liking, subscribing, following on every platform, because we just don't know what to expect, and I'll try to keep everybody informed. As soon as I know and have a plan, I'll make a post and let everybody know.
I think it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, which I hate. I need control. I need some sort of planning. I'm like, you gotta give me something, man. I need to plan. But
it is dark in here. Sorry, guys.
Thank you.
We don't have the motorhome part plugged in right now, so I thought I'd have enough time with daylight, but it's starting to go down.
That's all right. I need to rest up. I think, and mentally prepare for everything that flexibility. Pam, you have no. I have been so flexible in my own personal life lately that I am overly flexed. I don't know. I don't know how much more flexible I can be.
Are you ready?
I'm not at all ready.
I'm not at all ready.
I'm not at all. Listen,
I'm trying to get some more light in here. Sorry.
I remember how excited I was going into Ottawa, and then I'm already getting like emotional because that last day in Ottawa just broke me, and I had to recover from that, and to think that I am willingly putting myself back in that position again.
I got an idea. You want to remember why we're doing it?
I know why.
We should watch that Joe Rogan video before we go.
I know why we're doing it. It's
I
just
know you know why we're doing it.
It's.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as we're done here anyway. So. I'll
Which
share
one
it
is
and
it?
Everybody come on. It's pinned in the top of our Telegram.
Telegram?
Not the show prep one. Between me and you, it's pinned. It's a pinned message.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do that.
I think I did it one day because I didn't want to lose it.
No, it's not pinned.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at the video. Was it a link or a...
You're looking at the video, so you have the video.
I mean, I'm looking... No, I mean, I'm all messed up. I'm looking at our group, our chat. Here it is. I have it. All right, so instead of playing our song to end this evening, I'm going to play this Joe Rogan video.
I love this video, guys. I've watched this every night in Ottawa.
I'm going to cry.
It's good tears. Hopefully I won't cry this time. I haven't cried like the last 2 times watching it. I don't know. I'm becoming a different person here. But I think there's a lot of people who probably didn't see it.
It's a great video.
It's fucking awesome. Excuse my language, but it is fucking awesome.
No, it's great. There's actually a lot of really like motivational, inspiring Joe Rogan videos floating around. We play the song twice every night usually, so we'll end it tonight with this video, switch things up a little bit, and hopefully leave you all with a nice, inspiring, positive, motivating message. We will be live at some point tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure when. If anything big breaking in the news cycle comes out, I will definitely share that with you. Otherwise, we're pretty much just going to be living in Canada for the next couple of days, trying to keep you as updated as we possibly can on everything that's happening there. I know Jeremy hates asking and will never ask, so I will ask on his behalf. We need help. We need more people to see these videos to spread the word. He needs help with his data card. So if anybody feels so inclined and is in a generous mood and would like to send some money, you can send it directly to me and I will do the e-transfer to him, or you can reach out to him and do the e-transfer, whichever you prefer. You're totally dark now.
Yeah, I'm going outside so I can actually say goodbye. I have to get my boots on. Bear with me, guys. We're back on the road here again, guys, okay? Who knows what's gonna happen tomorrow? There we go.
So not prepared. I need to take tonight to mentally prepare myself.
Yeah, I've been doing that for like the whole drive. I was just like deep in thought. Like there was a few times Karen was like, "You live over there?" I was like, "Yeah." Just like anticipating what was gonna happen. I'm ready to go. All
right.
Ready to go.
Well, I love all of you. Thank you for joining me tonight, my friend. It's always a blast with you. Never know what's going to come out of your mouth.
That's what she said.
Oh, all right. Thank you all for joining us this evening. I love every single one of you. I hope you have a wonderful evening tonight and a beautiful day tomorrow. We will see you live. Not exactly sure what time. Just make sure that you're getting notifications.
I'll be live by 4 at the latest.
Perfect. All right.
Eastern time.
All right. And there's multiple platforms to follow both of us. You can always reach out to me directly right through my website, Jeremy as well. And we will see you tomorrow. Enjoy this message.
Country's in revolt. Do you know about this? Show this video. Look at this video that I sent Jamie. It's a giant convoy of trucks that's apparently some insane amount of people, like 50,000 trucks, that are headed to Ottawa to protest the vaccine mandates by Trudeau.
It is packed here. Now, when we first got here, there were a few vehicles setting up, but just within the last half hour, things have really picked up. Now, all the side streets here are just full with cars. Like, there's really nowhere to park. And just to give you a bit of a better idea, a picture, I'm just going to step out of the way here so you can see the parking lot right behind me. It is filled with people. People are honking their horns. A lot of Canadian flags, signs, all in support of this convoy.
Travelers acknowledged this is bigger than just that one issue.
We're fighting for our human rights that our forefathers fought for, and we want to make sure that we still have our freedoms and rights. It's not about, they're not anti-vax, they're not pro-vax, it's just about freedom of choice, freedom of rights that we've had.
The convoy is traveling across the country.
I want to say I'm so proud of you guys. You have my support. Go Triggers! Make Canada great again!
It started as a movement in Canada to ensure freedom for all, for the right for their own bodily autonomy. And in less than 4 days, we've grown to exponential numbers. There's literally people all across the world that is helping Canada come together and accomplish this movement right now.
My husband is a miner up in Baffinland, Nunavut, and him and a bunch of other people up there are rooting you guys on. He wishes he could be here for the 29th, but he'll be here in spirit for sure.
Keep up what you're doing, boys. Doing a hell of a job. The world is watching. And to the little child that asked for the horn blow,
thank you, truck drivers. I really want to go back to school and do sports. Thank you for all that you're doing.
I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone participating in the convoy, truckers and all the supporters. I'm going to try and do this without crying. This has been the first time in 2 years that I've had hope. And I feel actually proud to be a Canadian again. May God keep our land glorious and free. Let freedom reign.
hey, go kids. Say what you want to say.
Thank you, truckers. Thank you, truckers. We love you. I love you.
I just want to say, way to go, everybody, Canadians, like all you, proud to be Canadian, never more than before with this movement here. I just want to say the world's watching, Canada's watching. My daughter wants to say hi.
Hi.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Look forward to when you get to Van Cleek Hill. There's going to be quite the crew to follow behind you.
We support you.
About to lose a very high paying job as a result of these criminal mandates. It's too bad, but I'm thankful because I've never felt closer to God than I have now. This is the first time I've been called to real sacrifice, and I appreciate everybody involved in this movement.
Okay, guys, go. Thank you, truckers. Thank you, truckers. My name is Levi, and you're fighting for my freedom. Can I get a big chant for?
Proud to be Canadian. J'ai jamais été aussi fière d'être québécoise, canadienne. Donc, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Freedom.
Good night, truckers. Have safe driving.
Thanks for looking out for our freedoms, guys.
Night. Drive safe. Stay good. Good night. Love you.
Hey, I'm Lucas. I'm 12 years old. I live in Winnipeg. I'm going to bed.
I just wanted to say thank you for what you're doing. Keep grinding those gears tomorrow.
Thank you guys so much from Montreal, Quebec. Off to Ottawa we go! Support from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan!
Retired firefighter here. Beds to nursing homes all over the state of Michigan.
From Alberta, here's my twin daughters. Thank you for fighting for my generation's freedoms. Thank you, truckers. We love you.
My family owns a pizzeria in Vaughan, and we'd love to have some pizzas ready for the truckers when you pass through Vaughan tomorrow.
You guys make everything so much better. Due to COVID and me being asthmatic, I have to wear masks, which makes it harder to breathe. And now with what you guys are doing, protests and everything, it makes everything so much easier.
Thank you, truck drivers, for all you're doing. Thank you.
Guys, I just want to thank you so much for someone who lost her job and can't see her family in other country for more than 2 years now. You guys give me hope, and we've been waiting for this to happen for the last 2 years. So thank you so much, and don't give up.
Truck go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the truck go round and round, all the way.